ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। From the moment we sit for the class till over, it is a beautiful opportunity we give to ourselves for sadhana. Concentration itself is sadhana, devotion itself is sadhana, trying to understand what is said here itself is sadhana, trying to commit to do the sadhana itself is sadhana. Om Satchidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatre Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Nigamakalpatarorgalitam phalam Shukamukadamrutadrava samyutam Pivada Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavukaha Narayanan Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। ओम श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः। श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। मातापितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आदिशंकराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातो समस्तगुरुदेवतानां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थम् पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवतोत्तम दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक संस्कृते पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम विश्व शांति समेक्यता कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम समस्त सनातन भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक संस्थापकानां विघ्न शत्रु निर्मूलन निवारण द्वारा शक्ति साधना संपदा वाप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशम स्कंधस्य पारायणं द्वादश स्कंधस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं। Yesterday we chanted 30th chapter. One more time let us do. Okay. We saw up to verse number 10 we saw. From 11 let us chant. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Parayinam Dashamaskandha Uttarardhata Ashtatrimshodhyayah. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ya Ikshitaham Rahitopya Satoho Swatejasa Pastatamo Bhidabhramaha Samayayatman Rachitayistadikshaya प्राणाक्षधीभिः सदनेषु अभीयते यस्याखिलामी वहवे सुमंगलैः वाचो विमिश्रा गुणकर्मजन्मभिः प्राणन्ति शुम्भन्ति पुनन्ति वै जगतो यास्तद्विरक्ताः शवशोभनाः मताः स चावतीर्णः किल सात्वतान्वये स्वसेतुपालाम्रवर्य शर्मकृतो यशो वितन्वन् व्रज आस्त ईश्वरः गायन्ति देवाय दशेषमङ्गलं तं त्वद्यनूनं महतां गतिं गुरुं त्रैलोक्यकान्तं दृशिमन्महोत्सवं रूपं दधानं श्रिय ईप्सितास्पदं द्रक्ष्येममासन्नुषसः सुदर्शनाः अथावरूढः सपदीशयोरथात् प्रधानपुंसो शरणं स्वलब्धये धिया धृतं योगिभिरप्यहं ध्रुवम् नमस्य आभ्यां च सखीन्वनौकजः अप्यङ्घ्रिमूले पतितस्य मे विभुः शिरस्य धास्यन्निजहस्तपङ्कजं दत्ताभयं कालभुजङ्गरं हसा प्रोद्वेजितानां शरणैषिणां नृणां समर्हणं यत्र निधाय कौशिकः तथा बलिश्चापजगत्त्रयेन्द्रतां यद्वा विहारे व्रजयोषितां श्रमं स्पर्शेन सौगन्धिकगन्ध्यपानुदतो न मय्युपैष्यत्यरिबुद्धिमच्युतः कंसस्य दूतः प्रहितोऽपि विश्वधृक् योऽन्तर्बहिश्चेतस एतदीहितं क्षेत्रज्ञ ईक्षत्यमलेन चक्षुषा अप्यङ्घ्रिमूले वहितं कृताञ्जलिं मामीक्षिता सस्मितमार्द्रया दृशा सपद्यपध्वस्तसमस्तकिल्बिषः वोढामुदं वीतविशङ्क ऊर्जितां सुहृत्तमं ज्ञातिमनन्यदैवतं दोर्भ्यां बृहद्भ्यां परिरप्स्यते तमाम् आत्मा हि तीर्थीक्रियते तदैव मे बन्धश्च कर्मात्मक उच्छ्वसित्यतः लब्धाङ्गसङ्गं प्रणतं कृताञ्जलिं मां वक्ष्यते क्रूरततेत्युरुश्रवाः तदा वयं जन्मभृतो महीयसा नैवादृतो योऽधिगमुष्य जन्मदतो न तस्य कश्चिद्दयितः सुहृत्तमः न चाप्रियो द्वेष्य उपेक्ष्य एव वा तथा विभक्तान् भजते यथा तथा सुरद्रुमो यद्वदुपाश्रितोऽर्थदः किञ्चाग्रतो मावनतं यदुत्तमः स्मयन् परिष्वज्य गृहीतमञ्जलौ गृहं प्रवेश्याप्तसमस्तसत्कृतं सम्रक्ष्यतेकं सकृतं स्वबन्धुषु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Each of these shlokas of contemplation of optimistic AKRURA'S en route to Gokula on the order of this Kamsa to bring them both back to Mathura. Such a beautiful contemplative shlokas helping to develop devotion to a great extent. This is how our mind has to do the thinking, positivity, optimism. These are called as the aklishta vrittis in our yoga sadhana. Anyway, mind is there. Mind will have to have the thoughts. Left to ourselves, mind will have only the thoughts of what the vasanas prompt it to have, what the senses bring. Apart from these two, using the buddhi, either the thoughts of the Brahma Tattva or the thoughts of Bhagavan and his Krupa, his greatness. If we can entertain consciously, make it a habit, in us the aklishta vrittis are growing. Accordingly, our samsara recedes, our sadhana becomes beautiful. This is called sadhana, where consciously we are feeling, imagining, contemplating only about Bhagavan. All the thoughts of contemplation may not be true, may not happen truly, but because they are all related to Bhagavan, that itself is of a great help. Because Bhagavan is not untrue, he is a reality. Clear? So yesterday we saw. So what's the whole situation here? Akrura was asked by Kamsa to go to Gokula, bring Krishna, Balarama and all. Okay, then he starts. When he starts en route, his mind was having all these beautiful positive thoughts. And that's why we can see great reception of him by Bhagavan Krishna, Balram, Nanda Baba. They'll really take care of him so wonderful. Then Krishna, Balrama sit in his chariot. When they are again back to Mathura on the way, Bhagavan Krishna gives him that most beautiful darshana of the entire Vaikuntha to him in the waters. That portion we will see it. In the next chapter it comes. So, if you see 10th shloka, Abhi Adya, today Vishnoho of Lord Vishnu, Manujatvam who took the form of the human being, Bhara Avataraya Bhuvaha, to remove the Bhubhara, Nija Ichaya, by his own desire he took this form. Nija Icha Nirmita Tanu Lavanyadhamnaha, abode of all the beauty, Bhavita Upalambanam, going to have darshanam. Of this Lord, I am going to have darshanam today. Mahyam nana syat phalam anjasa dushaha. There is no greater fulfillment to my eyes than having Bhagavan's Krishna's darshanam. So the safalata of having eyes is in having Bhagavan's darshanam. So I'm just telling the translated meaning literal in the mind so that you can feel what it means. Can we also desire to have Bhagavan's darshana? For that in our Purana Itihasa, whatever the upasanas are told, are we ready to do them? Do we have that tadap to have Bhagavad darshana? Mana tadapata aju hari darshana ko. See, we can understand from this what we are missing, for which our sadhana is not true or intense. We have no urgency of Bhagavad Darshana. We don't have urgency of anything of world. This is called the utter tamo guna. From that we have to come into rajo guna and increasing the desire to have Bhagavad Darshana, whatever sadhana to be done with sattva guna we have to do. This is how we have to mold our personality, inner personality, consciously as a result of study of all these shastras. More it will happen when we are with the Guru all the time. And also avoid anything which nullifies, neutralizes our sadhakatva. These few cares which we are discussing nowadays every day, if we can take, we can really enjoy doing sadhana. Now, Yaha, that Lord Ikshita, he is the visionary, he sees everything. Then Aham Rahitaha, he has no ego. Api Asat Satoho, though he is the creator of the Asat, unmanifest causal, Sat is manifest, gross and subtler. Swatejasa Apasta Tamobhida Brahmaha, the one with his own conscious knowledge never allows the ignorance or duality to overpower him even after he creates this world. Swamaya Atmani Rachitaihi, his own Maya, in him only, he has manifested all the world. Then Tad Ikshaya Pranakshadhibihi Sadaneshu Abhidiyate. He himself again, Sadhana means the abodes. In the abodes of all human beings, he only stays and he only visualizes the world who himself created in himself. So these are all beautiful Vedantic Vichara. So Akrura Adi, in fact, every one of that Kruta, Treta, Dwapara Yuga people are mostly exposed to the Shastra Jnanam, Tattva Jnanam, Bhagavad Jnanam, if not in experience, at least in Siddhanta. So Bhagavan creates the world in him, in the created world, he only enters and becomes Jiva, and he only sees the world created by him indifferently. It's a beautiful thing. It is very highly contemplated, not possible for an ordinary intellect. So then yasya akila ami vahavihi sumangalaihi vacho vimishra gunakarma janmabihi prananti shumbanti punanti vai jagat. Lord's gunakarma janmabi vimishraha vachaha. The words of all of us in which the Bhagavan's guna karma janma are described. Sumangalaihi, which are most auspicious. Akila ami vahavihi, remover of all the papa. So सारे पापों को दूर मंगल करने वाले मंगल स्वरूप गुण कर्म जन्म भगवान के वाले वाणी क्या करते हैं? प्राणंति शुंभंति पुनंति वै जगत. He is giving prana to the jagat. He is giving shobhana to the jagat. He is and punati pavitrata to the jagatu. Jagat means you and I. So meaning is you and I, when we do the guna karma lila Bhagwan with our vani, that will give the true life to us. Means fulfillment of living. Shumbhanti means gives all the shobhanam, means auspiciousness. Then punanti means gives all the purity. Fourth line is important. Yaha tadviraktaha. And those human beings who don't have in their speech the guna karma janma ityadi of Bhagavan shavabhojan shobhana mataha. They are like the shava shobhanaha. They are not having shava shobhanaha mata means Their Vani is like decorating the dead body. क्या फायदा उसका? Okay, out of respect you do it because this person known to you now, but otherwise, so the Vani is Shobhana when in it is Bhagavan's Guna Karma Janma. That is the meaning. So try to make it. So each of such points we have to note down and keep on doing our sadhana in that respect aspect. That's called sadhana. Let's not be vague about sadhanas. So too, let us not be without doing sadhana even a moment also. Mm. Then Sahacha Avatiranaha Kila Satvata Anvaye. Is Lord Krishna to avatar in this Satvata Yaduvamsha Swasetu Pala Amaravarya Sharmakrutu. Sharmakrutu means giver of the safety or auspiciousness. To whom Amaravarya, all the devatas. And who are they? Swasetu Pala. Bhagavan created the Setu called as Dharma to maintain the world. And he appointed devatas to do the palana of dharma. And that devatas are troubled by these rakshasas. So by eliminating those rakshasas, he wants to protect those devatas who are the setu palakas, the setu made by him. Setu means the whole world of drama of the world, in which the sadhana, dharma, moksha, all of them are done. Devatas are supposed to do the setu palakas, appointed by the gods, God, Lord, Narayana. This is a good thought for us. Remember, all the devatas are the setu palakas. Setu, always is setu setu dharmaha, which makes our life conducted smoothly and keeps on evolving life after life and takes us to the Paramadharma moksha ultimately. That is called as Dharma, that is Setu. That is protected by Devatas. To protect Devatas, Bhagavan took a avatar in the Satvata Yadukula. Then Yashovitanvan Praja Aste Ishvaraha. Slowly spreading his name and fame all over. Right now, this Ishvara is staying in this Vraja Bhumi. Gayanti Devaha Yat Ashesha Mangalam. Go on, the Devatas go on doing the singing of that Paramatma only. In general, the Brahma Gatha. Little more particular, the Vishnu or Narayana Gatha. That Vishnu Narayana only comes in every of the Avatara Gatha. Right now, Krishna Gatha. The Devatas also sing. Then Tam, to that God, tu indeed, Adya, today, Noonam, fortunately, Mahatam Gatim Gurum, the one who is the Gati, who is the Mata Pita Guru, for the Mahatmas, the great people, Trailokya Kantam, who is the giver of brightness and beauty to all the three worlds. Drushiman Mahotsava. What a beautiful word now. Drushiman Mahotsavam. For the eyes, the Lord is the big Utsava. Is it not when with the eye we see some beautiful scene or any beauty? It is Maha Utsavam to the eye. We enjoy it. The other day I heard, I don't remember the whole news. I don't know where did I listen also. Some 100 people or so. What process they did, I don't know. Through eye donation or so. Maybe they are blind by birth. Whatever medical miracle has happened, those 100 people who never saw the world because being blind, they were given the eyes. I was just thinking about the joy of those people who are blind so far. Suddenly the eyes have come. Then they can see their mother or father, brother, sister, and the world and the room where they were moving and all, which was not at all in their vision earlier. क्या आनंद होगा है कि नहीं? Can you do the varnana of that? How it is? Wow. In the same way, the fulfillment of the eyes is in seeing Bhagavan. Every other seeing only creates kama krodha. Bhagavad Darshanam gives a bhakti sharanagati. So the Drushimat Mahotsavam. For a person who has eyes, and for the eyes also, Maha Utsava is to see Bhagavan. I am going to have now. How wonderful. This we can have whenever we go to the temple. Consciously we have to bring this thought. But this thought is not coming, not even remembered, because our mind is in Kshipta Mudha Bhumika. Because of lot of Klishta Vrittis are there and related samskaras. Not only we brought from earlier life, samskara and habits, right from the birth till now, we are knowingly or unknowingly going on creating the load of them. That's why these good thoughts of sadhana are not remembered by us. When we don't remember them, how can we do? So go to the temple. Wonderful. I'm going to have the darshan of the Lord, which is the fulfillment for having the eyes. इतना बढ़िया ना. हर बार हर दिन हर हफ्ते में कोई ना कोई ऐसे दिव्य मंदिर में इस भावना से जाना है. When you go with this bhavana, that bhavana of the mana, owner of that bhavana, I, are correct and are on the path. If that bhavana is not created for any other reasons, and we don't go to temple, even if we go just mechanically, without any emotion of devotion and surrender, then that visit is not fulfilled. Drushiman Mahotsavam. Then Rupam Dadhanam Shriya Ipsitaspadam. Shriya Lakshmi Devi के लिए ईप्सिता आस्पदम, most loving and desirous Rupam Dadhanam, form is taken. He took the form to enchant Mata Lakshmi Devi. Drakshe. I am going to have his darshanam. Mama asan ushasaha sudarshanaha. Because ushasaha, from the moment I got up early morning, Mama for me asan appearing are sudarshanaha, positive omens. तो सुबह से अच्छे शुभ शकुन मुझे दिख रहे हैं. So I am going to have that great darshan of Bhagavan. So one thought we can just to add is the AKRURA'S, wherever he was, in his own self, he must be developing his devotion to the Lord through various upasanas. Never ever even imagined or thought that he will be the first person from Mathura to have Bhagavan Krishna's darshana in the Gokula. Of course, Garga Rishi came to give the name and all. That Vasudevaji sent all that. But apart from him, nobody else has seen. Rakshasas, okay, they were all killed. But a representative, a person, a relative, anyone, every all is Akrura. In our thought. But one in not thought, think, do sadhana, the blessings will come. What we do is, without any due sadhana done, we want variety of the darshanas, blessings and anubhutis. But the right thing is what? When will the Lord give what type of darshan and anubhuti? We don't know. But let us do the sadhanas known by us and told to us. AKRURA'S say we can learn this. Then Athavarudaha. Atha, having reached there, Avarudaha, when I get down from this chariot, Sapad, instantaneously, Isha Avarudaha Rathat. When I get down from the Ratha, Sapadi, instantaneously, Ishayoho, of these two Ishwaras. Who are they? Pradhana Pumsoho. One is Pradhana, the Mula Prakriti. Second is Purusha, the Purna Purusha. So Pradhana is Balarama, Purusha is Krishna. Pradhana Purushoho, Pumsoho, Charanam. Their own feet, Swalabdhaye. For my own fulfillment. Dhiya Dhrutam. Yogi bhi api. Aham Dhruvam. Those feet which are being held firmly by the yogis after doing all the yoga, Chittavrti Nirodha Sadhana, then Ishvara Pranidhanadi, who hold firmly in their hearts the feet of the Lord, that feet, those feet pairs, I am going to Dhruvam Namaste. I am going to have that joy of doing pranam to the feet of them whose feet are held, which are held in the hearts by all the yogis. भगवान को भगवान मानते हुए, भगवान के भगवत तत्व को जानते हुए कि वो सर्वज्ञ सर्वशक्तिमान है, ऐसे भगवान के चरण को, भगवान के ही चरण, वो भगवान जो शक्तिमान है, इस दृष्टि से ध्यान करने से सारे हमारे जीवन के कामनाएं पूर्ण होते हैं. This is what is said every day we are studying. Tomorrow is our last class in our Vishnu Sahasranama Telugu. 318 days we studied. So, like I close eyes, I remember Bhagavan Vishnu's Charana or Puja Gurudev's Charana, and say that they are Guru Charana or Paramatma Charana, and say that they are the Charana of the Divine Lord who is all powerful, all compassionate, all kind, and all loving. In this way, keep on doing the Upasana Pranama to that. That is enough for the Lord to bless with the best of everything. That will remove all the negativities, that brings all the yoga sthiti required for the chitta. Because the power of the devotion only, Guru comes in our life and gives a Tattvopadesham. Using Tattvopadesham for Manana Chintana, we can transcend all Panchakoshas, three gunas, three dehas, three avasthas, and can reach the Turiya Anubhuti. So he says, that feat, I'm going to do pranams. And he says so kind, Abhyam cha sakhin vanaukasaha. Not only these two, Balarama and Krishna's charana pranam I do, but all his sakha, sakhi, those who are there, who are vana okasaha, people staying in the vana, Brundavana. They're all vanamas. Into their charana also I will fall, because they are the most lucky ones to have the company of Bhagavan continuously. So Bhagavad Charana Bhakti, Bhagavad Bhakta Charana Bhakti. There you go. AKRURA'S clarity. And thank God he said all that. Thank God it was recorded by Vyasa Sukadevji. Thank God they said it and written that we have got the ideas for our sadhana now. All are in his mind while going towards Vrindavan to see Bhagavan. So Dhyadratam yogi vihapi aham ध्रुवम नमस्ये आभ्याम च सखीन वनौकसा. उनकी सखी वनौकसों को भी मैं प्रणाम करूंगा. नॉट दैट आई नेग्लेक्ट देम और ऐसे गाँव वाले हो तुम क्या है. नहीं नहीं. सी these are the subtle things. We our intellect has to open. In that opening of intellect, we have to find means to see that everybody is good, everybody is great. Like you are in any samstha, a Guru Maharaj is there. Around that Guru, some devotees are there. Some of them look to be very different, funny, because of their nature. So immediately our superficial mind intellect functions and says, what a bad people there. But please remember, they are around such a great Mahatma Guru, that itself should be enough for us to know that they are also great people, perhaps for some more time in the making. In a temple, the pujari is there, all of them. 100% they may not be perfect. But the fact that they are the temple pujaris itself is to be taken by us for respecting them. So too in politics. See, घोटाले कर रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं. They're all immaturities. All of them will get rectified in course of time. Of course, when they do that to the nation, to all of us, a lot of loss. If required, due action can be taken. But being in that politics to serve the country, that noble thought is to be appreciated. So here also, they may not be educated. They may not be staying like us in the towns. Yet they are with Krishna. Krishna is with them. Is it not enough for us to respect them, revere them? He says that Vanaukasa Sakinapi Aham Namasye. Therefore, find all means reasons to love, respect everyone, heart in heart, for the sake of at least protecting our heart from allowing it to enter into the negativities. छोड़ दिया मन को, फिर वो दुरालोचना, दुष्ट आलोचना comes. Instead of that, everybody is great. As we told you those two sentences many times, every saint is a past sinner, every present sinner is a future saint. Full stop. This is how the evolution has to happen. Therefore, सब में भगवान को देखना. साधो हरि को हर में देखा. सबको प्रणाम किया. Then, these next two shlokas are very touching. Nobody can explain that. Only one has to come to the level of AKRURA'S to feel it. He says, like this, when I go and fall at his feet, Pare charana ki lakuta ki nahi. When I fall dandavat at the feet of कृष्ण एंड बलराम. फर्स्ट कृष्ण का कहते हैं अपि अंघ्रि मूले पतितस्य मे विभु. When I fall at the feet of the Lord, shirasi adhasyat nija hasta pankajam. He will put his hand on my head. Datta bhayam kahna bhujangaram hasa prodvechitanam shranaisinaham runam. That hand which always gives, gives abhaya, fearlessness to all those people, prodvejitanam, who are in all sorts of dukkha, udvega, bhaya ityadi, kala bhujangaram masa, because of the vega and the poisonous influence of the serpent called as kala. Okay, na? In kala of the past, knowingly, unknowingly, what negativities we have done. Not only that, we are flowing along with the time in different yugas. And therefore, unknowingly, so many bhaya, dukkha, and variety of things are around us, troubling us every moment, not allowing to be restful and peaceful even a moment. To such jiva, who gives the abhaya is Bhagavan only by showing that abhayas. सो संसार में उपरोद्वेजित होने वाले काल भुजंग के कारण और शरण ईशिणाम and those who struggled a lot to protect themselves from this kala bhujanga, to protect themselves from maya, when they have utterly failed, then they find nobody other than Bhagavan can protect. With that conviction, the ones who go into to the Lord with Sharanagati, and the Lord's hand which gives abhaya to them, that hand will be on my head. Nine. Chant that mantra again. Api angrimule patitasya me vibhu shirasi adhasyat nija hasta pankajam, lotus hand, datta abhayam. It is the one which gives abhaya to kala bhujanga ramhasa prodvejitanam sharana ishinam nuna. So is this not enough for us, for our whole life sadhana? No need to study further of the Bhagavad. This much enough. Bhagavan gives abhaya if we go to his Sharanagati. Only his abhaya, which comes out of our Sharanagati, is the one which can protect us from all the inner and outer udvega which we are getting in this speeding time. Kala Bhujanga time is the Kala Sarpa kehte na. It goes on bringing. Is it not? The Jara, Roga, Mrityu, and then so many Papa follow in terms of going to Naraka or here only, all the types of dukkha, disappointment, dejections, failures. We as human beings, have not seen any pure happy moment. Some temporary pleasures maybe, but real peace, never. But Bhagavan gives abhaya and protects from all if we really become Sharanagata to him. And that hand is going to be on my head. क्या बढ़िया है कि नहीं? Imagining, he is projecting. He is not yet gone. And his this type of optimistic, positive approach invokes from the Lord more love and blessings than what he even imagines. That's why Bhagavan's Kripa. If we doubt him, he feels so bad. And even if he wants to help, like a guru also, if you doubt him, he can do everything for us. But if you doubt him and keep him away, what can he do? He cannot take any initiative, no? Even Bhagavan also. On the other hand, if you have that positive, optimistic faith, the Lord Guru, they jump with joy to help us, to bless us, to love us, to embrace us. These are the things which our pure intellect should understand and make the mind and senses to do that required sadhana. Now he says, Samarhanam yatra nidhaya kaushikaha. Indra having given that arpanas to that hand, tata balicha apa balischa apaha, Bali also gave water to that hand only. Jagatraya Indratam. Both of them got the Indrapada to all the three worlds. Jis haath mein samarpada dekar. Bali gave the water as the danam of the feet of land, as asked my Lord. Indra, what did he do? He gave a lot of gifts to Narayana. Receiving that, Bhagavan blessed them with the Indra Padavi. मतलब कुछ भी भगवान को हाथ में दो वो लेकर वो इंद्र पद ही देते हैं. So any temple we go, give some or the other, pushpa, phala, all that. That's the meaning. Then tatha balicha apa jagatra indratam yadva, and also the same Lord vihare, in that Vrindavana vihara, vraja yoshitam shramam, the tiredness of the vraja yoshitas, sparshena saugandhika gandhi apanudat, with his own hands, which are having always saugandhika, the fragrance of chandana, he removed the Shramavari. We already saw that in the earlier portion. So that news has already reached to Mathura. ऐसे हाथ मेरे सर पे भगवान रख रहे हैं. And a small doubt, before it came, he already removed that doubt with his positive faith. What is the small doubt? He na mai upashyati aribuddhim achyutaha. Lord will not have the Shatru Buddhi on me. In the beginning only he says, will he have how to explain to him, talk to him, and tell him that, oh Lord, I am not your Shatru. Lord will never have Shatru Buddhi on me. Even though he knows. What? Kamsasya dutaha prahitaha api. I am sent by Kamsa, and Kamsa will not send a Duta to Krishna and Balarama, especially after knowing that they are the ones his Mrityu, in a loving manner. उनके अंदर सब घोटाला तो होगा ही. And very clearly known, Kamsa himself told to all the mantris, to Akrura also, bring him, we'll finish. So, see his optimism. Even though I am coming sent by Kamsa, yet Bhagavan will not have Shatru Buddhi on me. Why? Svishvadrako. He is the drashta of entire universe. Therefore, yaha antar bahihi chetasaha etat ihitam kshetragna ikshati amalena chakshusha. He being the kshetragna, with his pure wisdom or the jnanam, he knows what is there in his whose heart. Therefore, again, is it not a very powerful sadhana or thought for us? That Lord is the visionary, seer of everybody's thoughts. In fact, the thought, before we become aware of it, Bhagavan becomes aware, good or bad. If this knowledge is there, will we not be frightened, afraid of having negative thoughts? Will we not have the courage, inspiration to go on having the positive, optimistic thoughts? He says, I am sent on duty by Kamsa, and never ever had any negative feeling for Krishna. Krishna is Sarvantaryami, Sarvadrukku. Therefore, he will know me. Therefore, he will never have even a thought of enmity towards me. अरे भगवान को तो किसी के प्रति अपने तरफ से शत्रुभाव हो ही नहीं सकता. न मे द्वेष्योस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तुमां भक्त्या महिते तेषु चापि अहम. There's no ambiguity in the Lord's vision. And then Guru and Mata Pita and Bhagavan, they will never have any selfishness, at least toward their children or devotee and disciple, that they will see them as Shatru. जिसको अंदर राग द्वेष होता है वही लोगों को, दुनिया को शत्रु भाव से देखते हैं. Guru, mother, father, and the Lord, they have such a pure love. They are Atmiya Prema. How can they have any Shatru Buddhi? How can they have Raga Dvesh? Impossible. Just imagine Puja Gurudev has Raga Dvesha. He will not have. He will never have. Beautiful it is. Interesting, great thought. So he will not have Shatru Bhava towards me. Namai upaishyati aribuddhima achyutaha kamsasya dutaha praitopi vishwadrugo ya antarbahi chetasaha etat ihitam kshetragnaha ikshati amalena chakshusha. Everybody is every thought, he becomes aware. So in our mind also, hey Bhagavan, give us bhakti, shraddha, jnanam, viveka, vairagyam. Make us great devotees of you. May we reach to you. In this way, from the deep core of heart, if you can pray, whether we are able to do sadhana or not, that prayer reaches. And once he decides to bless us, which powerful Maya can stand in front? And without his blessings, do you think we can conquer the inner and outer Maya? Impossible, it was already said in the earlier shlokas. Then again he says, Api Angrimule Avahitam Krutanjalim. When I fall at his feet, and then Krutanjali, get up and fold my hands with the Anjali Mudra, Mam Ikshita. He will look at me. How will he look at me? Sasmitam Ardraya Drusha. With all the smile on his face and the ardrata in the eyes of love and compassion. Then sapadi, at that very instant only, apadvasta samasta gilvishaha. All my kilvisha, papa, which I have carried maybe from many lives, everything will go away. Vodhaha mudam vita vishanka urjita. All my doubts, all my impurities, everything go away, which I was carrying from such a long time. The moment Lord looks at me with a smiling, kind, compassionate looks. It is the power of Bhagavan and Guru's drishti. They will pierce into our innermost अंतःकरण. They will just count all the प्रारब्ध, all कितना है उनके लिए, तो ऐसे फूंक देंगे, it will go away. Just they will blow it off. Never underestimate Bhagavan's and Guru's Krupa or the Shakti of the Krupa. How dekho, wonderful these slokas. Suhruttamam, I am the most well-wisher of Krishna. I never thought of negative for him. Then Jnatim, I am his Jnati, related to him. Some distance relation. Ananya Daivatam, nobody is the Daivata to me other than Krishna. All these things which are there in me, undoubtedly he will know. मैं उनका सुहृत्तमम हूँ, ज्ञाति हूँ, अनन्य दैवत हूँ. To such me, when I am after putting pranams, after bending and doing pranam and standing and folding my hands, after looking at me with this kind compassionate looks, thereafter knowing that I am the Ananya Daivata, means I have no other Devata than him. Jnati related. Suhruttama, most beloved well-wisher, I have to him. Having known that Dorbhyam Brahadbhyam Parirapsyate Thamam. He will, with his huge long hands, he will hug me. See, I will tell you, that's why while studying also in English and all, this is the best of the portions for you and me at this level of our evolution. The contemplation in this way, feeling in this way. Imagine how wonderful it is. He will hug me with both hands. Who is he? Jagadishwara, Parameshwara, Sarveshwara, Yogeshwara, the Lord of Srishti Sthiti Laya, that Lord will embrace me. Parirabhyate dorbhyam, parirapsate brahadbhyam dorbhyam. After that, Atma hi tirthi kriyate tadaiva me. My Atma is crossed the ocean of samsara. Atma means Jiva. Has crossed the ocean of samsara at that very moment. Bandhacha karmatmakaha. All the karma bandhan uchvasiti ataha. Instantaneously, all the karma bandhana goes away. All my sadhanas get fulfilled. मेरा तो जन्म भगवत अनुभव से धन्य हो जाएगा. Wow, wonderful. And you will practically see all that it will happen. Do it. See, I will go there. And the Rupa Lavanya, it was described in the beginning. Then I'll fall at his feet. Then he'll put his hand on my head. And thereafter I'll stand in front of him doing salutation. Then he will hug me. And through that, all my karma bandhan, everything goes away. I'll be crossing the ocean of samsara. See, there's nothing in this world as we imagine to gain this or that. Just dissolve the ego, either in devotion at the feet of Lord or in discovering our identity with the absolute truth. Other than these two, all else are the issues made only in the mind out of ignorance that I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that. Today we'll see again it in the next Bhagavatam where Bhumata is going to tell. I think we have concluded the topic. It is here we are only to have that bhakti jnanam. Every achievements are only giving us small little happinesses, but making us miss this great joy of being one with the Lord, or so falling at his feet with devotion. Now this 21 sloka, though, nobody can tell in the world. Itna sundar. Labdhanga Sangam. When I got that Anga Sangha, when I get it, again I'll fall at his feet. Pranatam. Because of this joy of fulfillment. Krutanjalim. And again I fold the hands. And Mam Vakshate. At that time, with his own mouth, Lord will utter my name, Akrura. Then he says, Tata. Tata is uncle or father, whatever elderly relational address it is. That Urushravaha, that great named and famed Lord, whose Nama Sankirtana is done by the entire universe. That Lord, when he takes me or talks to me or calls me by name and says, like in Hindi, if you say, Akrur Chacha Ji, that sweetest word. That is enough for me. Tada vayam janma brutaha mahiyasa. That is enough for our life fulfillment. Nothing is required. Then naivadrutaha yothik amushya janmatat. If Bhagavan our Guru has not done our adara, love to us, our janma is dhikkar ho. It is waste. This meditation is of highest order. Simple words, simple expressions. But in that we can melt away all our impurities, all our egos, and really come out so crystal clear, pure in our devotion and surrender. And there's not even a trace of doubt, not even a thought of impurity. Such a beautiful thing. And it is all not because of Akrura is great by any means. He knows that's called his Bhagavan. See, we have to keep on trying to understand Bhagavan and Guru's Krupa. Then only, as to the extent we can understand, to that extent our doubts, our distances from that Guru God go away. Then only in that proximity we will bask in their grace, and that alone gives us the fulfillment, the freedom from all samsara. There is no other way. This sloka I liked a lot. Mam vakshite akrura tata iti. He will talk to me, Akruji, Uncle ji, Tata Chacha ji. Aha, tada vayam janma brutaha mahiyasa. That time our life is fully fulfilled. Nothing more to be achieved. And then the main shloka which we study in all Shastras, Nakaschit Daitaha Suhruttamaha. For him, nobody is no dear to him from his side. Suhruttamaha, well-wisher. Nacha Apriyaha, Dveshyaha, Upekshaha. Nobody not liked by him. Dveshyaha, worthy of hating. Even Upekshaha to keep away. Tatha api, even then, because the Lord is like that. Paramatma cannot be having special partiality from inside, from his side, biasness from his side towards anybody. That is a Jiva Lakshana. Jiva who has got Ragadvesha Adi will have partiality to the people. How can Bhagavan have? He never has. And yet, tathapi, even then, bhaktan bhajate yatha tatha. Yatha. Still, he will serve or bless the bhaktas. Example is, yatha suradrumaha yadvad upasritorthadaha. Arthadaha suradruma yadvad upasridaha. Whatever we desire, that is given to us by suradruma. But when we go and take the ashraya of it, उस कल्प वृक्ष के नीचे जाने का प्रयत्न करें, फिर हमको हम जो मांगते हैं वो अर्थदह देने वाला है. अपने तरफ से एक सुरद्रुम, it will not invite someone, come I'll give you this or not. She is the kalpa vriksha. But whoever goes with faith, she blesses him. Same way, from his side, Bhagavan has nobody to love or hate from his side. But whoever goes to surrender to him as a bhakta, like the kalpa vriksha, he blesses with everything. Kalpa vriksha is कुछ भी कल्पना करो मिल जाता है. Bhagavan also is like that. Now, how many times you heard this thought, but it has not gone deep into our heart. So more and more Purana Shravanam we have to do consciously to know the great power and compassion of Lord. Then this thought becomes powerful that when I surrender to Him, everything He gives to me. And then day in and day out, be in that smarana and prarthana to the Lord. Nothing to be done. स्मरण करो, प्रार्थना करो, बस जो चाहिए वो मिल जाता. What sadhana Prahlad ji did? What? Not big sadhanas, just smarana and prarthana. Oh Lord, I'm surrendering to you. Take care of this jiva of yours. इतना ही है. बाकी सारा शास्त्र वेदांत all that time pass के लिए. And all of that will not fetch that result which we get through this simple prayer of, oh Lord, I am surrendering to you. Take care of me. That way. Then after that, Kincha, Krishna ka ho gaya. Agrajaha. Balram ji also. Ma avanatam. Ma means ma avanatam. When I do pranam to him. Yadu uttamaha. He is also great of the Yadavas. Smayan. He will also smile. Parishvajya. He will hug me. Gruhita Manjalau. And then both of them will hold my hand. Sajje khabbe mein dono khade hokar Gruham Praveshya. They will take me inside the house after samasta satkrutam. And they will do all satkara to me. Sam prakshate. Then they will ask me, Kamsa krutam swabandhushu. What Kamsa is doing to their bandhus. That is our Devaki, Vasudeva, Ugrasena इत्यादि. उनके खिलाफ उनके प्रति क्या दोष क्या द्रोह कर रहा है. These details they will ask. And exactly we will see. Both of them hold hands, take him inside. Great joy, no? Any good, respectable person in the society gives us that importance and value. We feel so happy. ये तो साक्षात नारायण है, भगवान है. What a fulfillment, is it not? Is it not creating that desire that हम भी भगवान कृष्ण के अवतार काल में जन्म लेना है? We should also, like Akrura, feel devotion inside. At least those few moments when we are blessed by the Lord. Janmadanyam. This I feel whenever I remember those very few moments are spent with Puja Gurudev. Few occasions and few moments. Not much at all. Few occasions. Only one time we were there, 40 minutes like that doing his Charan Seva. But otherwise, very few glances. These are, great Mahatma. Even to think of going near him is also impossible. Only his grace. But when I remember those moments now, such a great blessed moments. So we also might have got them, cherish them. In the cherishing of them, purify the heart, become more closer to the God and Guru through devotion. That should be our job. After this, really he reaches, he gets down, he sees all the Bhagavan Krishna's, the Charana Mudrae. Oh, Bhaapare! There, as we saw in Ramayana, the Bharatji looks at Charana Mudra. Even Gopikas see that. They just, it falls only on that mud, dust, Renu of the Dhul Miti, and he spends a lot of time there only in devotion. This portion we'll enjoy tomorrow. Sarvam Krishna Armanam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama. Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Shri Suta Sharanam Mama. Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama. Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama. Shri Narada Sharanam Mama. Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama. Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama. Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama. Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Swarge Sakti Cha Kailase Vaikunte Nasti Ayam Rasaha Atah Pibantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munjada Karejada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuranam. We are also studying in our continuation the 12th Skandha, 3rd chapter, Bhumata's words. We saw yesterday how she was thinking in herself, seeing variety of the kings coming with so much of darpa, ahankara to conquer her for the sake of the sukha bhoga of this deha with which they are identified. And the conclusion is what? The whole bhumi which they conquered, they can't carry with them. And the deha identifying with which they did the krurata of killing so many people or doing all atrocities, that deha also becomes a krumivit bhasma sanya. This portion which is very essential for us to rethink what we are doing every day and what for we are doing every day, whatever we are doing. Then we have to see, is our life only to conquer something of the earth or on the earth, that too for the sake of Annamayadi Kosha? Then we have not understood. We are not matured. Our stay on the earth, which is very temporary, uncertain, any moment it can end, is only for nearing to the divine through the bhakti and through the jnanam. Everything else is ignorance. Everything else is illusion. Everything else is wrong notion. How much ever a person seemingly wise tells us that achieve this or that in the world, anything other than Bhagavan, he is wise only to be seemingly, he is not a really wise person. And the one, whatever the way he looks like, uneducated simpleton of the world, what says the fulfillment of human life is only in trying to reach the Lord in that effort, nearing him through variety of sadhanas. If anybody says that वो अनपढ़ है, गंवार है, कोई पैसे नहीं उनके पास, वो बड़ा पोस्ट नहीं है, but he is the greatest wisest person, we can take his advice. So भूमाता ने ऐसा सोचा. इन बातों को सुखदेव जी श्री परीक्षित जी को बता रहे हैं. So that portion, listening to all that, then Sri Parikshit ji will ask Sri Sukadev ji, tell the Yuga Dharmas and also how to be freed from this terrible, powerful influence of the Kali Yuga, which we saw in the initial day shlokas of the same chapter. Bhagavan will give Sukadev ji the sadhana for it. That's how this third chapter is most beautiful and enchanting. Okay, we'll chant from the shloka number 6th shloka onwards. Okay. Narayana. Up to the verse 25. Let us chant from Che. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam. Dvadasha Skandha. आभासश्चतिरोधश्च यतश्चाध्यवसीयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते. ओम अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः. श्रीशुक उवाच यां विसृज्यैव मनवः तत्सुताश्च कुरुद्वः गता यथा गतं युद्धे तां मां जेष्यन्त्यबुद्धयः मत्कृते पितृपुत्राणां भ्रातॄणां चापि विग्रहः जायते हि असतां राज्ये ममताबद्धचेतसां ममैवेयं मही कृत्स्ना न ते मूढेति वादिनः स्पर्धमाना मिथो घ्नन्ति म्रियन्ते मत्कृते नृपाः पृथुः पुरूरवागाधिः नहुषो भरतोऽर्जुनः मान्धाता सगरो रामः खट्वांगो धुन्धुहारघुः तृणबिन्दुरययातिश्च शर्यातिः शन्तनुर्गयः भगीरथः कुवलयाश्वः ककुत्स्थो नैषधो नृगः हिरण्यकशिपुर्वृत्रः रावणो लोकरावणः नमुचिः शम्बरो भौमः हिरण्याक्षोऽथ तारकः अन्ये च बहवो दैत्याः राजानो ये महेश्वराः सर्वे सर्वविदः शूराः सर्वे सर्वजितो अजिताः ममतां मय्यवर्तन्त कृत्वोच्चैर्मर्त्यधर्मिणः तथावशेषाः कालेन हि अकृतार्थाः कृता विभो कथा इमास्ते कथिता महीयसां विताय लोकेषु यशः परेयुषां विज्ञानवैराग्यविवक्षया विभो वचो विभूतिर्न तु पारमार्थ्यं यस्तोत्तमश्लोकगुणानुवादः सङ्गीयते वीक्ष्णममङ्गलघ्नः तमेव नित्यं शृणुयादभीक्ष्णं कृष्णे अमलां भक्तिम् अभीप्समानः राजोवाच केनोपायेन भगवन् कलेर्दोषान् कलौ जनाः विधमिष्यन्ति उपचितान् तन्मे ब्रूहि यथा मुने युगानि युगधर्मांश्च मानं प्रलयकल्पयोः कालस्य ईश्वररूपस्य गतिं विष्णोर्महात्मनः श्रीशुक उवाच कृते प्रवर्तते धर्मः चतुष्पात् तज्जनैर्धृतः सत्यं दया तपोदानम् इति बाधा विभोरुनृप सन्तुष्टाः करुणाः मैत्राः शान्ता दान्तास्तितिक्षवः आत्मा रामाः समदृशः प्रायशः श्रमणा जनाः त्रेतायां धर्मपादानां तुर्यां शोह्यते शनैः अधर्मपादैरनृत हिंसा सन्तोषविग्रहैः तदा क्रियातपोनिष्ठा नातिहिंस्रानलम्पटाः त्रैवर्गिकास्त्रैवृद्धा वर्णा ब्रह्मोत्तरान्नृप तपः सत्यदयादानेषु अर्धं ह्रसति द्वापरे हिंसा तुष्टि अनृतद्वेष्टैः धर्मस्याधर्मलक्षणैः यशस्विनो महाशालाः स्वाध्यायाध्ययने रताः आढ्या कुटुम्बिनो हृष्टाः वर्णाः क्षत्रद्विजोत्तराः कलौ तु धर्महेतूनां तुर्यांशो धर्महेतुभिः एधमानैः क्षीयमाणः यन्ते सोऽपि विनङ्क्षति तस्मिन् लुब्धा दुराचारा निर्दयाः शुष्कवैरिणः दुर्भगा भूरितर्षाश्च शूद्रदाशोत्तराः प्रजाः सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति दृश्यन्ते पुरुषे गुणाः कालसञ्चोदितास्ते वै परिवर्तन्त आत्मनि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Lord's grace, we are into this study of Bhagavad Puranam from good time, around 2 years without break, and came to this 12th skandha. This is a great fulfillment, great achievement, not of an ego, but by the grace of Bhagavan only. We offer all that at his feet every moment. In the third chapter of 12th skandha, Bhumata's words. We saw up to 6th shloka. In the 6th she says, Yam Visrujya eva, Yam Mam Visrujya. That me, having left whom? Manavaha, the great Swayambho Manu, Swarochisa Manu, Uttama Tamasa Raivasa Chakshusha, all these Manus and Tatsutaha and their children, He Kurudva, O best among Kurukula, dear Parikshit, me whom living, L-E-V-I-N-G, all these Manu Putras, Gata went away, Yatha Agatam, from where they came, Yuddhe, in different Yuddhas, Tam Mam Jeshanti, such me whom ultimately everyone have to leave and go, ऐसे मुझे जीतने की बुद्धि से Jeshanti Abuddhayaha, the unintelligent people try to conquer me. Even Manu Putras also had to go back from where they came. And still we don't learn. See, if we really want to learn, the world of present and past is an open book. We need not even open a book also. From seeing the world present and past, you can see who have succeeded, excelled in life. Only those who are spiritual then become. All else have destroyed, wasted their life only. Therefore, that should be lesson for us. तो भूमाता हंस रही है, मनु आदि में यहाँ से वहां चले गए मुझे छोड़कर युद्ध में मुझे पाने की इच्छा से और लड़ते हुए. And such Bhumi, me, the Kubuddhi Rajas want to hadap or conquer karo. Mainly about the Rajas it is said, as I told yesterday, it includes every other ambitious person of having ambition to gain something or the other of this world, except or other than Paramatma. Everyone are included in that whole set. And all of them died. Hmm? Where are all those Hitlers and all? Great people, all of them have gone away. Good or bad, both. What went with them is their sadhana only. So many dictators, so many kings, compassionate. हर तरह का दुनिया में आते ही जाते ही रहते हैं. We also have come. We'll also go. In between, what we are doing is important. And it's all in our hands. We can do the worst of the papa like this, killing so many for the sake of kingdom. Yesterday I was so surprised. उन्हीं के देश में, वही उन्हीं के मंदिर वगैरह में बम लगा के उड़ा दिया. 93 people died or around 100. Very vichitra. Human minds. That's a terrible thing of Kali Yuga. To counter that only, you have to keep on sending positive thoughts of ahimsa, prema, karuna, ekata, and all. By the way. So she says like that. Then matkrute, as we saw yesterday, pitruputranam, ratrunam cha api vigraha. For sake of me, the earth or any of the property on the earth, there is vigraha, kalaha, fighting between the brothers and parents and children's. Jayate, such type of vigraha jayate, kalaha jayate, asatam, those who are asata, asat purusha, immature, negative fellows, rajya mamata avadha chetasam. When their chitta is held to the mamata with the rajya. Very sensitive, very subtle it is. ये तो आप सबको भी पता होगा. How many of you all at one time or the other in your own family, brothers, for the sake of some property or land or anything, some discussion, argument, fighting, definitely must have happened. कुछ जगह तो ज्यादा ही हो गया. लड़े, कोर्ट में केस डाले, एक दूसरे से बात करना बंदी कर ली. And in today's world, for this, the examples are every human being. Because it has become such a world of Bhautikavada, forget about spirituality, divinity, people are not even having love, respect for anybody. मुझे अपना पैसा मिल जाए, पेट भर जाए, बस. Wife, husband, children and all, day by day, those prema, all of them are receding. In our Bharatavarsa, because somebody is there always to guide us, it's maintained. So, asatam rajya mamatabadda chetasam. Those who have mamata on the rajya, the satpurushas, they create the vigraha even between themselves, brothers, family, etc. This is the terrible act of Kali Yuga. Matkrute, for the sake of me, the bhumi. Then, how do they discuss with each other? Mama eva iyam mahi Krishna. The entire bhumi is mine only. Nate, tumhara nahi hai. Moodha, hey Murak. इतिवादिना. A sample is given by Shruti Mata. ये मूड है, पूरा पृथ्वी मेरा है, तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं है. In that way. इतिवादिना. पूरा मेरा ही है. No sharing, नहीं, सब मेरा ही. मम एव इयं मही कृष्णा, पूरा मेरा ही है. नते मूड इतिवादिना. It is not at all yours. Little also. That mind of today's world, if it is not having at least few values, especially when it comes to money and property, पूरा हड़पना है. I know at least 10 cases where the elder brother is waiting for the younger brother to go out of house so that he will register it on his own name and make him go onto the roads. Own brother, instigated by the wife also. फॉर वेरियस रीजन. उसका शादी नहीं हुआ, उनके बच्चे नहीं हैं, वो काम करता नहीं है, उसको देना क्यों है, सब हम ले लेंगे. अरे बाप रे बाप रे. हाउ मेनी केसेस, सच ए पेन, टेरिबल. दिस ऑल प्रॉपर्टी इज माइन, नथिंग इज योर्स. मूढ़, मूर्ख, सब मेरा है, तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं. See that type of language. मम एव इयं मही कृष्णा न ते मूढ़ इति वादिनः स्पर्धमानाः. Having that spardha between each other, mitaha ghananti, kill, mriyante, get killed, matkrute, for the sake of me, the earth, nupaha, the kings. है ना? वैरायटी ऑफ वॉर्स, भूमि के लिए भी वार होता है, देन देयर आर इकोनॉमिकल वॉर्स आर देयर, इंडस्ट्रियल वॉर्स आर देयर, साइंटिफिक वॉर्स आर देयर. Wars are happening of various types in the country, in the world, between the nations. Intelligence wars are there. भूमि के लिए भी लड़ाई. All भूमि इन्होंने एग्जाम्पल के दिया भूमाता. In some countries in India, there is fighting for water between Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra, Telangana. पानी के लड़ते हैं. So भूमि के लिए, जल के लिए, अब they will fight for the electricity also. अग्नि, then हमारा हवा तुम्हारा जाने नहीं देंगे. Then don't come into our आकाश. आकाश का लड़ाई तो है ही. Pakistan never allows India to use its space to go that side. So we have to make a roundabout and go. You know? तो इसी में मिलाई हो जाएंगे फिर हम बाद में. Now, who are the kings? A big list in 4 slokas. Shruti Mata or Babu Mata tells here, and that's what Shukdev tells Parikshit. It's also a reminder about all the kings whose topics or stories, little or more, we touched in this Bhagavad Purana, and they are there in other also Purana Ityasa. Many more who are not mentioned here. All of them came for the sake of kingdom. They fought. Sometimes they won, sometimes they lost, but ultimately they died, their bodies are merged in this earth only. They can't take even a single centimeter of earth also with them. And during that effort, they have given up all the prema, all the vatsalya, all the relations between the humanity, even one's own brother, sister, they became nirdayi. See, is this not the education to be given right from the beginning? That the people have to be valued, values have to be valued, unity integration has to be valued, spirituality is to be valued. Then material should come. The material matter without this earlier preparation is calamitous. We can never protect ourselves from this materialistic mind. It takes us to destruction if we are not given the inputs of all these devotions, morals, ethics, human relations, love, etc. देखो वो कहाँ मिल रहा है आजकल. नहीं मिल रहा, कम मिल रहे. Some people are struggling to bring out some TV serial program, but they're not much projected. They're not propaganda उसका नहीं होता. करना चाहिए बढ़िया से. Let us send at least the thoughts. Let the government, let media, let film people, let everybody take up those projects which integrate the humanity. Together, they should fight whatever the problems are there for the total world. And live an integrated life of joy and togetherness along with spirituality. Who are the kings? Dekho, Pruthu, he is Bhagavan's avatar only. Pururava, we have studied his story. Pururava, very lengthy way. Then Gadhi is a great king. Nahushaha, we have seen his story. Bharata, thereafter he became Jada Bharata. But earlier, he was great king. Rushabhadevaji's putra, Bharataha. Arjuna is that Kartavirya Arjuna. Then Mandhata, great king. Sagara, unka bhi story we saw. Then Rama, Sakshat Ramji, 11,000 years he ruled. Khatwanga, great Rajarshi, who helped Devatas to defeat the Rakshasas. When they asked him, what boon we can give you, he said, tell me how long I am going to. When they looked, only 2 ghadiya you are going to stay, 2 muhurta, 48 into 48 plus 48, 96 minutes. That was enough for him. Okay, everything he left and meditated and realized to God. Khatwanga's story is mainly taken for this. राजा खटवांग पता करते ही लाइक सब छोड़कर वो ध्यान में भगवान को पाया, नॉट दैट ध्यान लगाया. You know, that example is given to even Parikshit. For you 7 days are there. वो खटवांग जी के तो सिर्फ 2 घंटे थे. खटवांग राजा. Then Dunduha, another king, Raghu Maharaj, in whose वंश Ramji came. Then Trunabinduhu, Raja. Yayati तो हमने देखा ही, he enjoyed 2 lives in 1 life. Shariyati he is one of the children. Shantanu we know. Shantanu Bhima's father. Gayaha, Raja Gaya. Then Bhagirato, what a prayatna he did, brought the Ganga Mata to earth. Kuvalaya Ashvaha, a king. Then Kakutsthaha, again one of the Ikshvaku Vamshastha, Naishadaha Raja, and Raja Nruga, who was given that shapa to become that chameleon. Then Hiranyakashipu, who before that, ये सब कृतयुग के राजा है. हिरण्यकश्यप तो terrible था. Then Vrutrasura was eliminated by Indra with that Vajrayudha, Narayana Kavacham fame. Ravana Lokaravana, the stupid Ravana, who Lokaravana means the one उन्होंने पूरे लोक को रुलाया. Ravana means cry. Lokaravana, who made the whole world cry miserable. Such Ravana also came and इसी मिट्टी में मिल गया. Then Namuchihi, another king. Shambharasura, it was an asura. Bhaumaha is a Bhaumasura. Hiranyakshaka, another asura. Tarakaha, another asura. Tarakasura. Subramanya Swami kills him. Hiranyakshaka, Varaha रूप में भगवान. Bhaumasura, Shambharasura, Namuchi, Krishna avatar में उनको finish किया. Then Annecha Bhavaha, not only this, unlisted. 3 types. One Daityaha, second Rajanaha, third Maheshwara. Many Rakshasas, many Rajas who have become Maha Ishwaras. To a big kingdom for a long time they became kings. Yet their asha never ended, their spirituality never started. They ended in the same earth, giving up everything what they gained. Now, even after listening all that, if somebody says, temporarily to khushi sukh mil raha hai na, I'll go for it, go, tathastu. But in that every step there are dangers of doing this or that papa, whose result subsequently will be very terrible. You're ready? Go for it. Nobody can stop you. If somebody says Satvika Sukha, Satshvata Sukha, humko chahiye, then Bhagavan, Bhakti, Dhyanam, in that only. That's why after some lives living the marg of the pravrutti, we have to slowly retrace back to the nivrutti and help ourselves. So, okay, Annecha Bhava Daityaha Rajanahe Maheshwaraha. Now the speciality of all these kings is what you know. Sarve Sarvavidaha. Everyone has every knowledge. Shuraha, very powerful. Sarve Sarvajitaha. They conquered so many people around. Ajitaha, for a long period of time, nobody defeated them. Dekho, this should tell us very important thought is this in this entire topic. They are not ordinary people. Sarve vidaha, shuraha, then sarvajitaha, ajitaha. They know all the wisdom. Then they have a lot of power. They conquered everybody for a long time. Nobody defeated them for a long time. They lived. Yet they are not considered as great now by Bhumata as well as Shukadevji. Why? Because all of them mamata mai avartanta. They all had the attachment to me. The Bhumata is saying. Then krutva uchaihi. Doing all big fightings of wars and winning over me, etc. Martha dharminaha. They forgot that their final dharma as human body is to die only. What happened to them finally? Katha avasheshaha. Only they remained in the kathas. Kalena hi akrutartaha krita vibho. All their achievements were taken away and they were made to disappear from here. Only in the katha they now remain. Therefore, neither to win anything outside, gain anything outside, nor to become famous anywhere outside is our life. Our life is to become introverted and discover the innermost self. If this is understood, the whole portion is really made use of by us when we study. Otherwise, if this thought is not there, no, like we are doing Bhagavatadi. Bhagavata is, that's what Tulsidas is very intelligent. Swanta Sukaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gata. Antara Atma, Antara Rama ka Sukha ke liye main likh raha hoon. Not for any other name or fame or anything. So too, all our lives pursuits. Outside should be only of Dharma Seva Upasana, inside only to reach God. Any other tempting thing is delusion. That you may get it, but it is taken away. Time is wasted. The body ultimately perishes in this earth. With all the papa done, next life, what type of life we get is unimaginably bad. What more clarity than this is required? Batao. Nowhere try to become famous outside nor achieve anything outside. Inner sadhana, inner journey. Yes, always in that humble mood of trying to go nearer and nearer to Paramatma only through the known practices. This is what is said. Now these two shlokas are very powerful. If I start it, it will take more time. The essence of them is what? Sri Shukadev says, if that is the case, O Lord, O Guru, why did you take 7 days to enumerate though so many stories of all these kings only? Shukadev says, Vijnana Vairagya Vivakshaya. To give you the Vairagya towards all of them, then the Vijnana towards the moksha and the sadhana for it. I didn't give you all these stories for you either to appreciate them or to take them as example or to follow them. Don't misunderstand it. Finally, where they have gone into the earth. And only those among them, whoever have done their sadhana, they have evolved. So Vairagya Vijnana Vivaksha is the purpose for which I am giving you. I have given you the 7 days of 18,000 shloka satsanga. For you and I also say, whether we have spent time every day 4 5 hours in class, it is for 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 year. Kitna bhi karo, is our Vairagya for the world increasing or not? And is our Vijnana, Paramatma, Laksha and the sadhana becoming stronger or not? That is the measuring rod for our evolution or devolution. So as much we feel inside, oh Lord, nothing other than you I want. May I have darshan of you. May my individuality merge in you, the totality. If this thought becomes intensified, our study of Shastra, time spent is well spent, not otherwise. So in the next sloka also, contrast to that, if somebody is spending time only in Bhagavan Krishna's Bhakti Ityadi, they will have Bhagavad Darshan and Anubhuti. That Janama is a Dhanya. And if this conviction is born in us, accordingly, whole day we are spending only in sadhana. Really, we are lucky fellows. See, if we don't study such Puranas and listen to these topics, who will tell us? Where will I know? How will we come to know what for the human life has to be lived? All outer sevas, etc., are only for antakarana shuddhi. You cannot go on being extroverted even on the name of seva or prema or the dharma. Sarva dharman parityaja. Touch that core, the self. Have that taste, the bliss of being one with the truth or reality. Have that joy of being Bhagwan's bhakta. Clear? We will see these two shlokas. Then Parikshitji's question about Kena Upayana Bhagavan Ityadi. We will see tomorrow. Thank you, Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namah Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai Om Bhurvasva Tatsaidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Prachodayat Pranaya Panaya Vyana Udana Samanaya Brahmane Brahmarpanam ब्रह्मयोधनन्दव्यं ब्रह्मकर्मवादिनन्नं मध्य मध्य अमृतमानोत्तरावस्तवाद प्रश्नाशमन ताम्बूलनीराजनान् दर्शयामि ॐ नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्यजगन्मोहन कृष्ण बालगोपाल कृष्ण भव्यमङ्गलं वेणुगानलोल कृष्ण वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्यमंगल भक्त जनाधार कृष्ण परम दयावाद कृष्ण कृष्ण मंगलम गीता पार्थना ध्रुव कृष्ण रुणाम मंगलमुदा ब्रह्मलोकरे मेघुल प्रभात व्याख्यान व्यासाय सुव्यास योगिंद्र सुखाय ब्रह्मणं सारस्वत बोल श्री परब्रह्म भगवान की जय श्रुति माता की जय श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय बोलो भाई सब भागवताचार्य की जय वेद व्यास विश्वामित्र वेद व्यास सुखदेव सूता समस्त भागवत आचार्य की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सतगुरुदेव भगवान की जय आज के आनंद की जय सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम गोविंदा गोविंद Thank you. We'll do for some time our study of Adhyatma Ramayana. Thank you. Om. Is the website, please? Not today, I mean in 2-3 days.